Warren Buffett, you see him there, old Uncle Warren. He might be in the market for some new makeup products, if news reports are correct, as we understand. Coty, which has been pursuing Avon, you all know this story. Today, they enlisted some more firepower in Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway. You can see the stock there of Avon Products actually down 1%, and that's interesting. This is a stock to watch, but it's interesting that it's actually down given the news that is out there. We're going to assess that news right now here on the Markets Hub. Good morning, everyone. I'm joined today by Emily Glazer, who's going to give us all the details on this one. And tell us about the latest update, because actually we just put an update out on this story, right?
Yes, so we just updated it. I spoke with an Avon shareholder who was talking about this and how ideally the shareholder would want to see something pro forma where the two companies would come together. It would be a little messy for the first couple of quarters. They obviously have a lot to figure out.
Right.
But the Avon shareholder and others that I spoke to at the Avon's annual meeting last week are interested in Coty. You know, they're wondering why Avon isn't talking about it more.
Right.
So hopefully this deal that we're seeing, the new announcement from Coty and their deadline that this must happen by Monday, will shake things up a little bit.
So Coty today, they come out, they offer more money for Avon first off, and they also, this is the really interesting part, they get Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway involved. Now, how is Warren Buffett involved? What would be the details of his stake in this? I mean, do we know any of that stuff yet?
Right now, we really don't know too much. In the offer letter that Coty had sent to Avon, they kind of sneaked in Berkshire Hathaway in the lineup of the people that would be investing. However, we did mention in our story that at Berkshire's annual meeting last week, I believe, he had said unprompted that he was considering a $22 billion acquisition. That is not necessarily related to this, but it's the point that he's open to these types of things.
Right.
So we're keeping that in mind, and we're obviously still trying to plug away to figure out the details of this.
Now, look, Avon had a pretty bad earnings report, right? I mean, the pressure has to be on management. Warren Buffett, he's well known as a value investor. Buy companies cheap that are underperforming. They'll do well for you in the long term. I mean, wouldn't you think his involvement in this would really say something about Avon that would put even more pressure on the company to make a deal?
This definitely gives the deal more credibility. In the past, when Avon was saying no to the deal and declining the offer and really not engaging too much, they always said it was too low and it wasn't credible enough. So this really answers one of those points, and really the second one as well.
Which is first and which is second?
Right. You know, I mean, that's something that Avon will have to figure out.
The credible question is answered by,
they're both answered a little bit. What we talked about in an earlier report a couple weeks ago was that we heard people were saying it would need to be at least in the $30 range.
$30 a share.
We're at $24.75. So
and
if
you can
that's
see where the stock is. The stock's nowhere near 30.
That's really right. The stock has not been near 30 in quite some time, and that's what Coty was always saying, is that they're evaluating this.
That's a year chart right there. So you're right, Emily. It has been a long time since it has been around that $30 level.
And that's the point that Coty keeps on making. I've talked with the chairman, the CEO, you know, why would they keep raising the offer when it has not been increasing unless Coty is helping boost the price?
Right, and we know that they have a Monday deadline, Avon, to respond to this offer.
They do have a Monday deadline, May 14th by end of day. So it'll be interesting. I know when I spoke with the shareholder, the person was saying that it certainly was rattling people who are doing these types of deals and analyzing, because they have a sharp deadline now.
Right.